Hey guys.
Alright guys, we're here today to do the video that won the Patreon poll of the week. I'm not surprised. The Dark Element wins the Patreon poll of the week with Not Your Monster. This is one of my favorite songs on the new record.
Oh.
When I pick my top, I always pick my 3 favorite tracks when I do an album review. This was one of them. I felt it had a little bit of the Ghost and the Reaper.
Oh, and that's my favorite song.
It doesn't sound like the Ghost and the Reaper, but you could feel like some of the same structure. There's a few of the same elements present in the Ghost and the Reaper, in my opinion, is present also in this song.
You could say there's a few of the dark elements in the...
Ooh. Pun totally intended.
Yeah.
Pun totally intended. All right, you haven't heard the album yet. I've been all over this album like white on rice.
Usually, the only time I'll listen to an album fully is if you put it on my phone.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
So,
all right, my bad. Are you ready to check out? For me, this is just checking out the video. I know the song, but for you, this is going to be checking out the video and the song. Are you excited about this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right. If I start talking about this song, this video is going to be 20 minutes long because I have so many things to say. Because I said already a lot when I did the album review. So before I go on a rant about all the great things about this song and all the great things I saw in this video, starting with Yanni channeling his inner Beelzebubs in his guitar stand. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He had his inner Beelzebubs going.
And in a wall shirt, he had the cat.
Oh, the cat with the...
cross.
Oh, I need to get one of those shirts. I'm not even a big cat kind of guy, but I that shirt is absolutely epic. And she was wearing like Doc Martens. Annette Olsen looked like she was wearing Doc Martens with that Bruce Lee-ish kind of outfit. Looked really good on her. And the boots actually, I'm not a I don't like quickie boots, but Doc Martens, they get a pass.
Yeah.
They get a pass. All right. So before I go talk about the song, I want to hear what you think. Because I told you, the only thing I told you is it had a little bit of the ghost specifically in the chorus.
Yeah, and you were right. You were absolutely right, because the chorus kind of gave me that little bit of the Ghost and the Reaper vibe to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
From the 3 singles, this is the third, because this is considered still a single that they released, right? They released the video the day of the album, the album came out. From the 3 that we did, which one was your favorite one? Perhaps that's not a fair question because you just heard this one now. Yeah. But
if I listen to all of them in a row, then I might have a different one. But this one was
really memorable.
Because out of all the songs we did, Ghost and the Reaper is my favorite one. So since this one is kind of close to that one,
especially in the chorus,
especially in the chorus, then I would say this one. But if I listen to them all in the row, maybe it would be a different one.
Maybe a different story. Okay. I'll say this. To me, this song is the perfect synopsis of what the whole album has in store. So if you haven't heard the album and you're listening to this song has a little bit of everything that you're going to get throughout the album. This song, at moments, it has a really heavy guitar riff. And then at other moments, the melody that the song has kind of hides the heaviness of the song, which is something.
Some portions, there's just no guitar.
It's just melody.
Yeah, it's just melody.
Like from the keyboards, the synthesizer, all that stuff. I feel like this song is really a synopsis of the album because the album is like that. This song at times is almost a power metal track. At times it's a symphonic power metal track. At times it's just a symphonic metal track.
Especially the part where there was no guitar.
Yeah,
there's just the
and the album is like that. In the album you get some songs that are more symphonic, they're more power metal, they're more poppy. Some of them have a real pop vibe to it. So this song to me, as you go through it, everything that you get in this song, you're going to get then throughout the rest of the album. And the fact that it included a little bit of that feel of the Ghost and the Reaper in the chorus, to me works for this track. Because as you start playing the album and you get hit with this song, then it eases your way into the rest of the album. Because there's a sense of familiarity with that sound. So it's not your... Ginger did the same thing with Macro. They started with a song that had all the Ginger usual prerequisites in it. And then they threw you like, the kitchen sink at you throughout the rest of the record.
Yeah.
But at least you're already in. And when you're already in, it's a lot easier for you to digest the other stuff, right? So I felt they did the same thing with this track. They give you a song that's very similar to the Ghost and the Reaper from the previous album. They kind of ease you in. And then after you were in, then they threw a lot of different things at you. But what they did was they included a lot of those different things into one single song. Do you know what I mean? Like, vocally... Annette Olsen is absolutely phenomenal on this record. It doesn't matter which song you pick. It's like, it doesn't matter. You can pick any track. Like, she's flawless on all of them. This album really surprised. My bar was all the way up here. They surpassed the bar with this record.
They are the bar.
Maybe they are the bar, yeah. I had really high expectations based on the singles, and they really surpassed my expectations. The album is it's really good. Like, it's not one of those when you go to Swiss Chalet and you order like a quarter chicken and the size of the drumstick looks like nothing. Yeah. Like you can bite it all off one bite and the whole chicken is gone. No, this is like a big size steak, like a thick steak. This record, there's a lot for you to digest from it. But this song to me has all of the components that you're going to get throughout the album, which is like sometimes the song is a little bit more power metal, sometimes it's more symphonic, sometimes it's more symphonic power metal, sometimes it's heavier, sometimes it's more melodic. Sometimes the heaviness kind of gets masked by all the melody that the song has. So this song has a lot of those elements that you're going to get on every single song throughout the record. You're going to get a little bit of all of them. So it's a perfect song because it just incorporates everything the album has to offer in one single track. I just love this song. This
eases you in, and then
they can go in different directions, which they do.
Yeah, but it doesn't surprise you because you've already heard those from the song.
But you don't realize that, because you listen to the song, you get eased in, you start to, because the song has some familiarities, like I said, with the Ghost and the Reaper.
But also has some differences that you don't really pay attention to because
you're so caught up with everything else.
Yeah.
But then when you get into the rest of the album and those new things come at you, they don't seem new anymore because you already kind of heard a little bit of it before. Yeah. So it's kind of a sneaky way to get you into stuff that perhaps if you just got it first glance, you would be a little bit taken back by it. It's a very sneaky way of doing it. I like it. When you're listening to a record, it's really the right way to go, to get the listener caught into that record and then make sure he stays or she stays within that record throughout the duration of the said record, and you're not just skipping songs or that kind of stuff. So they did that with this track, in my opinion, and then they did that with the overall album. It's absolutely, the album is magnificent. This is not necessarily my favorite song on the album, but it's definitely one of my favorite songs on the album.
Which means you need to put the album on my phone, and I can...
And then you can listen to the whole album.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
But starting with the song.
No, it starts with the song, so it's not an issue. So what I'm saying to you is, the album is not one of those albums that peaks at the beginning, and then it drops, and then it starts to peak. No, there's changes, but they're so subtle that you don't even feel. Line? Definitely, this album definitely has a red line all the way through it. Definitely, no doubt about that.
Mikhail Sol has to patent that.
Tommy mentioned the red line as well when we were talking to him.
It's the red line theory.
I think it's a European thing. I've never heard a North American musician talking about a red line. But since we've been to Finland and we heard about the red line, I'm incorporating. Tommy mentioned the red line.
Yeah.
I'm from now on, I'm incorporating the red line in my album reviews. This album has a red line. I'm gonna.
And then like the big what's it called? Like a PNG pops up with a red line and like explosions.
No,
it is the red line.
It is the red line. All right, guys, this is it for today. But come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.